There's a video on my channel that I uploaded about a year ago, simplifying the release in bowling, pre-yo-yo release. And just a few days ago, somebody commented on that video, and I thought that this would be a good time to do a quick refresh of that information. This may be old information or new information. Regardless of the timeline of receiving this information, this is very important because it's the basis of our understanding of the modern day bowling release. And this is what I teach to help other bowlers visualize what's actually taking place. And so before that, let me read the comment. So helpful. I was trying so hard to focus on torquing the ball by the exit of the two fingers, event 2. After watching your vids, I now realize that event 2 is a direct result of the execution of event 1, thumb release, focusing now on thumb exit and follow through, and event 2 is now just a natural movement. Appreciate your instruction. Subscribed. First off, thank you for taking the time to comment on the video, and thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Yes, in that video, I said, if we break down the bowling release into its simplest form, meaning we take a look at the fingers that actually go into the bowling ball, there are two separate events that take place. Two mechanical movements. Event 1, thumb comes out of the bowling ball. Event 2, middle finger and ring finger creating rotation on the bowling ball. So the number one mistake that new bowlers make is that they try to jump straight to event 2 without going through event 1. And if you want to watch the rest of the video, I have the link somewhere up here. So remember, event 1, thumb comes out of the bowling ball. Event 2, middle finger and ring finger creating rotation on the bowling ball. That's going to give us the rev rate that we want. You got this.